Alrighty. Just got one thing to take care of, guys, so I'm just going to leave you here real quick. Our train's loading up. So I'll be right back. Alrighty. Good evening to all of you. Welcome. Added just a large engine shed for some diesels forms. Southern 1581. He pretty much painted this from scratch. He made the logo from scratch pretty much. So very beautiful unit. He added a custom horn to it and added proper engine sounds, which was I just requested delivery. He did that, and then he surprised me with this special unit over here, the Operation Lifesaver unit 736 on the GP15. So very excited to have this here. And the weathering on it actually looks very beautiful and very realistic to how freshly they are painted. He's currently making unit 731, which I believe is a phase 1 scheme engine, which is going to be more rusted, more weathered, more dirt, more grime on it. Can't wait to see that and see how it looks. But these are officially what the Carrabassett Valley Railroad units are going to look like, and we still have a lot more to do, or there's still a lot more units to go. We did some fleet editing. Sorry, allergies are kicking my butt today. But he did, or we have some more engines that came on board, and we've replaced some of the fleet with other style engines. I believe we replaced the GEC30-7 with the EMD GP40-2W. We've also indicted the EMD GP38-2, as well as the EMD SW1500. Now the and the EMD S40T-2. We have 6 of those coming in for heavy coal haul. Pretty much, they'll be just hauling coal from Carrabassett to wherever it's needed to go. But, and that being said, we have replaced the EMD F7 units, the A and B unit, with the GP40 and 38s. And we replaced the C30 with the SD40Ts. So pretty happy with that. Oh, and the SW1500 replaces the SW1200. So that pretty much does round it off for the fleet, and they all should be coming up soon, as well as other units such as the U18, the MLW RS18, and was there one more? No, I think that's it. So what we're doing here today, like I said, I pretty much completed the yard. The only real thing I have to do is just get this passenger station somewhere. I might put it in the town of Eustis. But the yard pretty much came out how I wanted to. I have to replace the switches with switches that I want. But I pretty much got the yard where I need it. So I guess the only thing I really need now is just to add speed limits exiting the yard, because I'm going to make this a 35-mile-per-hour track leaving. And then on top of that, I'm going to extend this line pretty much to 30 to 35 the whole way down. I just need to readjust the triggers to allow the crossings to go off a little sooner than they do. But otherwise, that's pretty much that. So So we are going to be extending this branch that's sticking out of the yard. This is going to lead into the town of Eustis. Now I need to go in real quick and kind of get a better understanding of the town of Eustis, Maine. I can just find Flagstaff Lake. There it is. So Eustis sits more north, up by the North Branch Dead River. And if I was looking at a map, I could better explain this. The Flagstaff Lake actually sits down in Stratton, which is technically a part of, it's an incorporated part of Eustis. So the distance from Eustis to Stratton is about an additional 5 miles. So it's about a 5-mile length branch. But we're going to be heading down into Eustis itself. So we're going to be probably going along the damn road. If I were to say wherever this yard sits is probably just up the way in a larger opening along Route 27. So we're just up by Jim Pond. Let's just say that. Oh, would that dog just shut up? They got that dog out there running around, barking and whatnot. Oh, driving me bonkers. So I do need to. I will be a little more attentive to the map as well today. I just need to be paying attention to that to, see key features and, in a sense, sort of replicate the town of Eustis. So we're just going to start dragging this branch out. One thing I did do, and then I want to hook up real quick before I get going on that, is we go up here to this interchange to head off towards Madison, Maine, towards the Madison yard. It's a Y. It's a Y more or less, but I also added this second Y that runs in the middle of this Y. And this is actually going to lead to the Eustis Industrial Branch eventually. But it comes off of this, the main line goes over this Y interchange, and I actually had to, I haven't tested it out yet, but I'm pretty much creating a crossover. So I added this little junction point right here, and I'm not sure if it actually works or not. I have to try it out, but I got the basic understanding of it, and added these four signals here for this crossover. So we'll wait and see if it works, but from the basic understanding, it should work now that everything's hooked up. But it comes down onto here, and it's going to go down on this kind of track that's in a sense of disrepair, and kind of meander along, and then eventually get over to the Eustis branch. It's just this is the quicker way because this is the more maintained part of the branch versus that. Alrighty, so the curve's alright. So let's go out real quick back to the map. I'm looking at... This is an airport up in Eustis, according to my map. Apparently, yeah, there's an airport nearby. I don't see it. Yeah, it says Airport Road. Huh. Yeah, I don't know where that airport is, but it says there's an airport up there in Eustis, according to this road. So I guess they'll kind of run right alongside this branch. So yeah, we're up on this map, and again, I'll show you guys at some point where Eustis Yard is. But looking at it, this is where we came down. So saying just where we are, just to kind of get back with things, we'll kind of run alongside the airport road. So I need to get a distance, so about half a mile. Kind of need to swing west. Or I'm sorry, I need to swing south, which we are. And that stretch of track is going to be about 0.375 miles of straight before we swing left again towards the west. Which comes out to 1,980 feet. Alright, so we need to actually make this curve a little. Well, we can leave that, but I need to extend this straight line out for 1,980 feet, which ain't gonna work here. Nope, I passed it. So 1,980 feet. Yeah, that's roughly about where I want it, so. Alright, so drag it out here. Down the airport road. And then we're going to need to swing right, approximately. Probably about it's roughly south. And then it's kind of a slight jog to southeast. So I'm trying to keep this realistic here, so, and I'm actually going to be looking at a map to kind of assist me now, so I can get a better understanding of where the town of Eustis is, and not necessarily replicate it to a T, but not replicate it in a sense to where, you know, you would, if you're from Eustis, be like, oh yeah, this is definitely, you know, kind of get the feel for Eustis and whatnot, but trying to get the road lengths down and pat for this railroad that's kind of paralleling us alongside it. So the airport road continues for another about another half mile. Which is 2,640 feet. Hello, Sean. Hello, I love New York Central. How you all doing today? 2,640 feet. So we'll drag this out, see where this gets us, to about 1,068. So I need to add another. Need to add another one of these, and probably add one here, one there. So I'll drag you out a little further. Or actually, I need to put the measurements down. And this is pretty much how I replicate almost kind of real areas. As I go into Google Maps, kind of get a rough understanding of how, you know, the length of something, and then I go in and, you know, kind of get the exact measurement just to confirm, you know, I do out the math and whatnot, and then I'll go in and just double check that my findings are correct with, you know, Google will be like, you know, hey, how many feet and such miles, and then just to confirm that I'm doing this correctly, because my math is not the best. 640, 640, right there. Alright, so that's how long this straight line's going to have to come down. Another day in paradise. I couldn't agree more on that statement. That's a true statement right there. So come down. Alrighty. Let me go back. I need to take one more look at my map. Like I said, I will be bouncing back and forth between the two today, guys. So if that's not your general style, then I apologize. But it looks like we're going to be crossing the Jim Pond Brook, going across Lone Pine Road. Didn't we name that? I think that was a suggestion for a road name for her crossing, was Lone Pine Road. That's kind of funny. There's an actual Lone Pine Road in Eustis. All right, so we're going to come across Jim Brook Pond, go across Lone Pine Road, then King and Bartlett Road. There's a kind of a two Y intersections that meet for the King and Bartlett and Lone Pine. Lone Pine, Scott Road, or wait, what road is that? Scott Road and King and Bartlett kind of all meet at this Y. So I think we're going to kind of aim towards that a little bit. Now, the distance between airport and Lone Pine is about 0.25 miles. So let me go back real quick. So 0.25 miles is about 1,320 feet. Yeah, I got your last PM. I was a little busy eating dinner. We had some fried chicken, so I didn't want to get my phone all dirty, my iPhone all dirty, touching or typing with a very greasy hand. So I did get that. My apologies, I did not reply, Sean, but can't wait to see it though with all the the weathering. Or was that your message on my Facebook or my not Facebook, my forum post? I know I got your last PM. I just forget what it is specifically, and I'll be updating the roster on the Carrabassett Valley forum post here tonight before I go to bed, just so everyone gets an understanding. So let me go in, take the ruler, and I said about, what was it? 1,320 feet, and we do have to go across the Jim Pond Brook. So I will have to add that in here when I get the chance. So, like I said, we are making the beeline for Eustis, the Eustis, the Unnamed Eustis Branch. I have not named this branch. It's going to serve a couple of industries. Going to serve a larger scrapyard and probably another lumber facility of some sort. So, from about here, so 1,320 feet. Also reminds me, I do need to add a Y to the yard for engines to be able to turn around in. So Jim Pond Brook roughly runs through the middle of this before we hit Bartlett and King Road. Bartlett and King would be right about here, so I'm going to actually add a sign. How do we do Des? No, we'll go PW. I'm just going to name it just so I know. Bartlett King Road Cross. It's probably too big, but you get the general understanding. Oh, it all fits. Bartlett and King Road crossing be right here. And that means somewhere roughly in the middle of this will be Jim Pond Brook. So right about here, probably. Just a little brook. So we'll just have to add the sign just to remind me. Jim Pond Brook. I think I spelled that right. It's been a long day. Jim Pond Brook Bridge. Jim Pond Brook Bridge. So there's that, and then this will be the airport road will be running up probably like right here on the side. And then we jog back. Wow, we already went that far. That's incredible. Yeah, I'm liking the looks of it already. So kind of just jogs along through the backwoods. So Jim Pond or Bartlett and King, from where I crossed roughly, I went pretty much directly south from there, which would spit me out almost right in the middle of that road. So actually, I need to be aiming more this way just to kind of get not in the center of that, because that is going to be, well, actually, from dead south of that puts me right in the middle of that intersection. God, that would be something. Actually, wait, I'm sorry, that's Lone Pine Road. If the crossing goes this way, it doesn't even cross Lone Pine. So we're actually going to go ahead and cross Lone Pine. So I need to drag you out this way to reach Lone Pine. And this would be so much easier if I could show you guys the map that I'm looking at so you guys can understand what I'm talking about. But I don't have any way of actually doing that. Alright, so that should go across Lone Pine. I'll drag you forward. So you are actually Lone Pine Road, and then King and Bartlett's going to be a little further up. So there's that, and then the Jim Pond Brook Bridge will be roughly right about here. So then from Lone Pine to a little shy of 375 feet from Lone Pine to King and Bartlett Road. Which actually this is King and Bartlett. So let's go south. King and Bartlett. That's a weird intersection. So that's not even Lone Pine. That's still King and Bartlett. Oh well, I'll worry about that later. So about 375 feet from that, just roughly, will be another King and Bartlett crossing. So I'll have to hook up these crossing gates probably all in one go. Oh, good. Yeah, because I mean, I appreciate you going ahead and just creating each and every individual train, but it's would be nice if it just went ahead and just had it all built in, because it seems a lot of work just to get it all into one train. So, or one train and then just upload it. I guess it just saves on assets, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say here. So. Alright, so that's the Bartlett and King crossing times 2. Actually, I have both the locomotives you made sitting outside the engine service facility right here. I took some screenshots of them running through the layout. But yeah, they look good just sitting in the yard, and they're going to look so much better when it's all detailed and got trees everywhere and other locomotives running around. They just looked beautiful last night running up through Winston's street running scene and going through the forests and running past some of the old branches and down the main line. And yeah, they just fit the scenery well. The scenery just they complement the scenery. The scenery complements them, vice versa. So very, very beautiful units. And I can't wait to see them on an SD40 and a U18 and GP40-2. So cannot wait for that. So So this is going to be Bartlett and King times 2. I'll go back here and just change it so that way I don't forget. Yeah, no, because I think Central Maine and Quebec, they operate the 40-2W, but no problem. I love New York Central. You can always watch this again when it gets uploaded to my channel, so thanks for popping around, and we'll catch you later. So, alright, I'm going to go back to map view real quick. Just need to see what comes after the crossing. So if I stay kind of southeast, I'm going to run into Scott Road, which is about... I'd say is about 0.3 miles from King and Bartlett. So that is 1,584 feet from King and Bartlett to Scott Road, and we will have to kind of jog. Yeah, kind of stay at our southeasterly heading, so I am going to actually kind of change this up and go almost directly southeast. And I said it was 1,584 feet. Alright, so 1,584 feet, almost directly southeast. I'm actually going to bet. Whoa, where did you go? Yeah, I'm actually going to have this jog a little bit more southeast, just to get it to work properly. This is sometimes why I just prefer doing fictional routes, because I could just say it goes directly south and just be done with it. Hey, Lost the Spirit, how you doing, man? Long time no see. But I could just say it's directly south, but my attention to detail would kill me if I did that. So this is roughly more southeast than originally planned, so we're going to jog this directly southeast as the map shows. Doing all right, just living, trying to survive, trying to battle these allergies and whatnot. What was that? You know, Trainz has been doing this to me lately, been driving me crazy. But yeah, just trying to live and get through life. I heard there was a fight aboard one of my company's aircraft today for Southwest, which sucks. All the airlines are kind of getting hit with these brawls on aircraft are route, and the public's just unruly these days. Big old fight broke out on a Southwest plane today. But I will say it wasn't the company's fault, but I still don't like to hear stuff like that. Worries me. Alright, so that comes down. This will cross Scott Road. So put another sign down. Alright, man, we should be here for a little while, so see you when you get back. Oh, before I do anything else, I need to get comfy, because I'm not comfy. And from Scott Road, we proceed for the long stretch, actually past Eustis. And I want to get this along the North Branch Dead River. So from the Scott Road, continue southeast for approximately about, sorry guys, I'm just trying to figure this out. For about 0.5 miles, so that's was it 2,680 feet? 2,640 feet. So another 2,640 feet after we cross this road. So I'll get a little headway along it for the road length. And a couple more base plates. Actually, probably add one more. All right, Sean, yeah, I'll go take a look. And hey, Approach, how you doing, man? Welcome to the live stream, as always. All right, so that was 2,640 feet of straight track, so about a half mile. Doing all right. Allergies aren't killing me as bad as they were, but from when I spoke with you earlier, but they're still there, I can tell. And it's hot. It's supposed to thunderstorm here. Just wish it would get it over with. Go for a big old thunderstorm right now while I'm not working outside. Alright, so drag the line to here. Oh, excuse me. Alright, so drag you out to about here before we gotta jog right and hit the damn road. Literally, it's called the damn road. I'm not swearing at the road. Ugh. Allergies are the worst. There's just think you're doing fine, and then nope. Nasal congestion and all this other fun, fantabulous stuff. I don't know what I took. I took this off-brand stuff, and it works for 24 hours. I mean, Figure 24 hours. I'll have to take it before I go to work tomorrow. So actually, I'll be at work before I have to take it tomorrow. So I'll just take one with me. Take one with me. All right. So this is 2,640.3 feet from Scott Road. Then we got to probably jog directly southwest, and or just about south, to go across. I think it's the Scott Road again to the Dam Road. Yeah, we have to go across Scott Road again. And this time we're going across another little brook. If I can find out the name of it, I think it's the is this the Dead River Branch or the Dead River Brook? Oh, it doesn't give me a name. Just a little brook. Nameless. I don't know, but it goes across Scott Road and then leads into the Dam Road. So from where we ended up, it's right about there. So now, yeah, we got to go directly south for about... So for about another half mile, go directly south, and then we'll hook up with the Dam Road. I tried Zyrtec, but Zyrtec never works. And Jack, the new coal route is only about coal, or is there more to it? Are you talking to Approach or myself? Because I do have coal in my route. So another 2,640 feet this way. Ah! Just fall short. Yeah, I can tell I don't have the symptoms of what I had earlier, but I can just tell that the minute that this allergy medicine wears out, it is going to be hell. Now, I don't have a name for this branch because I didn't really want to name it the Eustis Branch because that would just be too obvious. One thing I could name it is this does lead to the North Branch Dead River. Could be name it the North Branch Dead River Branch, but could just call it the Dead River Branch. Pretty much, we're going to be on the other side of a reservoir from Eustis. We'll be overlooking into Eustis. So... the coal country, I think it is, on the jointed rail. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Alrighty, so there's this little corner. Might smooth it out just a little bit, so... Yeah, I looked at the screenshots for that route, and it looked quite impressive. I mean, anything from jointed rail is quite impressive altogether, but But yeah, anything from Drone Rail, all in itself, is rather impressive. They do put a lot of time and detail into that, and I'm hoping to come within, I wouldn't say I'm going to make this route better, because I don't think I could. Be cool if I did, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get there, but be neat if I can, I suppose. Alrighty, so let me take one more look at the map. So by this point, we will have linked up with the dam road, and the dam road pretty much is making a 90-degree left turn, and we're going to cross it in probably another 500 to 600 feet. And there is a dam. It's the Eustis Power Dam for the North Branch Dead River. So we will probably go ahead and another 700 feet cross the dam road. And why is that, Chris? Why do you feel rejected? Actually, I'd say 500 feet. I'm kind of eyeballing it right now. Alrighty, so I'm sorry this process is probably incredibly boring for you guys. Okay, side note, Chris, when you look at a street name for somewhere, and more commonly, when they don't name a road in very rural areas out here in Missouri, it just becomes country road or farm road. And when you pass under a bridge and it says the road name on the side of the bridge, it's either CR or FR. Now, I asked for suggestions for the roads, and I asked purely, please come up with something rather realistic. In what country or what world, and now given that fact, this country and this world, where would you go to find a road named SD70ACE? I understand it's a train you like, but you don't see me naming a road Southwest Airlines Road, or Boeing 727 Road, or Dreamliner Boulevard. It might be somewhere, but unfortunately it's not in Maine. Coming up on a point, hold down shift, which raises and lowers increments, which raises by a point. I'm just saying, Chris, I asked purely for suggestions. I'm sorry that I didn't choose your suggestion purely, man, but, if you feel rejected, I can't help you out there. I'm just asking you to look through my eyes and my understanding here. I have to publish this route at some point. I have to publish this route. If you feel rejected by me because I didn't choose your name, then I'm sorry, but that's, it was my choosing. I asked for purely suggestions, and I would choose the ones that I thought fit the route the most. Or, along those lines. So I'm incredibly sorry you feel rejected by me, man, but I just didn't feel your suggestion would fit a Maine-themed route as a road name. I'm sorry. You can make the faces all you want, but please do not be upset with me because I didn't choose your suggestion. If that's how you feel you should react, then that's how you feel you should react. I can't tell you how to feel, but don't be upset because I didn't choose your suggestion. I can't please everyone. I can't choose everyone's suggestions. I could sit here all day with Approach and he could say, yeah, you should put palm trees on the coast because, it would give that more tropical feel. Approach Medium Street, I feel like I'd be fangirling over to you a little bit. Maine wasn't very big around. I mean, I want to say it's big around rail, but and I'm not even gonna go there, man, because I mean, I can't. I guess it's maybe the difference in. I don't know. I don't know. I can't. If you want to feel rejected, then so be it. I can't tell you how to feel, but yeah, Sean, he's an absolute jerk. Sean, you are a total jerk. But Chris, if you feel you want to keep watching the streams, then I highly recommend it. If not, then I'm sorry. Maybe you will come up with a suggestion in the future that I choose, and I hope you do. I hope I choose one of your suggestions in the future. But until then, I'm sorry. But I think we're all a fan of Approach Medium. I think he's pretty much got a good following here on my my YouTube. He just comes in here and just steals the chat. I tell you what, he just comes in here like he's king or something and sits down and just, yep, I'm gonna steal Boeing fans' chat today. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go in and steal Boeing's fans' chat. Just welcome, Chicago 90278. Welcome. That's a... Ooh, do I see a KLM logo right there? Yes, I do. I do see a KLM logo. Wicked. Alrighty, so since I got a couple more of you guys here, I do want to go back and kind of gloat about Sean's work here. He did go ahead and create the skin for me for the Carrabassett Valley Railroad. This is purely all Sean's work right here. This is his work brought to life on my railroad, or my idea of. I basically just gave him a color, and I told him I just want these stripes at the front of the train, and that's about it. And he pretty much went to town and developed these two engines, or this paint scheme for the GP15. This is phase 2 for the Carrabassett Valley Railroad, and he also surprised me with this Operation Lifesaver unit, which I didn't even ask. Never even thought of this, but he came up with it. And very, very beautiful, very, very a lot of attention to detail. He got kind of the grime and the dirt on the side of the engine. But this is phase 2. There's phase 1, which is same color scheme, but it's more based off of a Milwaukee road. And I think I'm going to, I know you had mentioned you wanted to see double stacks, but I told you I didn't want double stacks are not really common up here in Maine. I am using well cars now, Chris, for just single stacks, because those flat cars, I don't know what was wrong with them. They were just not really working with me. So, yeah, before I go, I'm actually going to go into the Trainz forum and dig up that screenshot and just show off your grime work, which actually I don't really necessarily want to do that right now. Well, but yeah, but side note, yes, Chris, I did take that kind of suggestion and put upon it. Well, it's not that long to go out, so let me save it real quick. I want to go take a look at that screenshot that you sent me. I do want to show that off real quick, just because, like I said, I thought I had someone on somewhere. Oh, wow. So here's a preview of some of the rust work, and you can see the faded lettering right there on the Carrabassett Valley titles, but that actually is beautiful. Wow. That's nice. I like this. Oh, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going back. I just wanted to show off the photo that Sean sent to me of the Unit 731. But I'm jumping back into Trainz. I just wanted to see it real quick for myself, because I haven't seen any of this yet. I'm seeing this for the first time, just as you guys are. So, but I will jump back into Trainz. But that is Rustwork is beautiful. I like that. I love the faded titles along the side. So yeah, this is what the Phase 1 units look like. You can see. Let me jump over into here. That's Phase 2. Yeah, you can see this is what they looked like before he did the weathering, but that's Phase 2. So we'll jump back into Trainz now. Just wanted to show that off real quick. But we did, between talking with me and Sean here, we did kind of rework the fleet a little bit. We are replacing the F7A and B units with, I think we actually indicted 3 new engines into the fleet, but we're replacing the C30-7, the SW1200, and the F units. In replacement, we're taking on the EMD GP38-2, the EMD GP40-2W, and the EMD S40T-2. We'll have 6 of those T-2s strictly for heavy coal hauling, but very happy to have those on board. And that, like I said, that's been talking with Sean and I on the Trainz forum. He's really kind of helped shape the fleet. Whew. Alrighty, I'm going to jump into the map real quick, take a look. So now that we come across that, if I keep going at my current trajectory, I'm going to run right into the North Branch Dead River, which, in theory, the North Branch Dead River is going to be like right here, pretty much right here, and it's going to be a dam. So, and then Eustis is going to be pretty much back up over this way. I will build the community because it does come down Route 27. But then pretty much once you get at, we'll go back over the North Branch Dead River. Looks like we're going to cross over Route 21. Because if I stay on the current side of the road I'm on, I'm going to run into a Sunoco station and the Cathedral Pines campground. So I'm going to have to cross back over the North Branch Dead River, recross Route 27, and we'll should be heading over Flagstaff Lake, although I don't know because this is just purely a branch and I'm more than likely going to end it pretty quick here. Not the stream, the branch it is. So yeah, I'm going to build a small trail. I think I'm actually going to go maybe a couple miles down the Dead River. And well, I mean, to go in real quick, SD40, actually I think it's the only one I have is right here. So pretty much we're using this bad boy. We have 6 of these engines. We bought 6 of these guys in replacement of the F7s. Oh yeah, we bought 6 of these guys, former SP engines, and we're just pretty much using them for heavy coal hauling from that Carrabassett yard from the Dead River coal mine. And we're just taking that and running them down to Eustis Yard and Frontenac Yard and Madison Yard in Madison, Maine. Or just outside of Madison, Maine. I don't know what the name of the yard specifically is going to be, but... Now, in terms of industries, I think I said I'm going to put a scrap facility down here, probably right about here, alongside the Dead River. Or I could put a logging facility. That would make more sense. They send logs. Well, it's the North Branch Dead River. It's probably very shallow, so I don't imagine they'd be using that as a logging route way back in the day. But going back to a side note real quick, the only reason I think the selection for the fleet is basically stuff that's reskinnable for Sean here, and I didn't realize how well put together Dave Snow's engines were until we got here, but A highliner from Metro. Well, I'll wait and see what I can do. But, like I said, this is northwestern Maine, and we are way up in the county. Although, wait, the county is a rustic, so not the county. We're up in Kennebec County. Kennebec County, Maine. But, so a scrap facility. I might have to look at Mr. Approach's videos there, because I know he did a scrap facility on the Pennsylvania and Berwind, and he did a small scrap facility over in the Needle Sub. But I do got to take a quick break real quick. The AC is not on in the house because it's not hot enough to turn it on. So I am boiling to death. But I will leave you guys with this little view of the Carrabassett engines while I just go cool off for maybe a minute or two. It's just, I'm boiling, so... Yeah, you have a couple of scrap yards. But I'll continue to talk with you guys through the chat. I will be right back here in a minute or two. Sorry about that, guys. Just had to get up and cool down for a quick second. It's been hot here in St. Louis, but not hot enough steadily to turn on the AC yet in the house, because it's actually supposed to get a little cold here this week. So, oh god, a cab ride. I don't know how laggy that would be, but I'll see what I can do at some point here. Definitely going through the town of Winston would probably slaughter my desktop. So let's take a look. Scrap facility. What do we have in terms of scrap? Well, I don't have that. Scrap buffers, cab. Oh, and let me know if that fan is too much for you guys, because do want to try and cool down this room. My computer is spewing out so much heat, and I'm overheating, so let me know if that fan becomes too much for you guys. So, I wonder if I have any scrap from the jointed rail. Oh, good. You know, it's definitely making an improvement, just getting the air moving in here. And actually say Diamond River. Oh, that'd be so nice if it said Dead River, because I was thinking about it. I'm like, Diamond River Mining Company or Dead River Mining Company? Have the same. All right. Well, like I said, long as the fan's quiet, I have it on medium setting just because it's boiling in here. So, as long as you don't hear it and it keeps me cool, we're all set. I don't really think that's going to work. And plus, it says, yeah, steel right on it, so I don't think that's going to work. I don't want two of them. I don't want any of them. Transfer warehouse. That could work, but I don't really think so. Just trying to see what I can use in terms of scrap facilities. Actually, there is a fence or a gate up at Carrabassett yard that I want to take and use. It's right here. That I would like to have. Siding gate. And I think while I'm up here, and delete those F7 units. Anyone that helps, I'm actually able to delete them. So alright, we'll shoot back down here. Wow, made a lot of good progress. I mean, this side, like I said, the Dead River North Branch Dead River is gonna be right there. So probably have you be like this coming into it. So there's that. Drag you over here. That'd be cool. Crossover like that. Now, let's see, track rails only. I'll have to use that when I get a little closer to the facility. Now, in terms of scrap, I'm trying to think here. I probably want it to have the cars go in, so I'll probably have a runaround track on the side here for the train to pull in, park its cars, disconnect, run around to pull them, and then take them in the facility. Don't know if I want to have that runaround track just a little bit beyond the entrance, or if I want to have it behind the entrance. I think it'd be cooler to have it beyond the entrance because they weren't planning and whatnot, and it was just quick at the time to go ahead and just build it there. It just seemed easier. It was just closer because, I mean, if you really think about it, nothing is honestly planned in the railroad. Oh, and I didn't pass... Oh, yeah, this problem. I didn't pass the dam road crossing, so I gotta go a little bit further back here real quick. So there we go. Past the dam river crossing, or the dam road crossing. Ooh, actually, wait a second. I could have the gate be right here, right by the crossing itself. And have the trains kind of creep up to this, creep up to the crossing before they go across with the, No, don't go back. And I don't know why it does that. Probably because I'm using a different track, but a little annoying that it does that. I'll tell you what. So yeah, we'll go up, make a little run around, maybe right up here. Have the trains come back. So that means the road for the dam road. I'm gonna have to go in the map real quick. Take one more. No, what did I do? Crap. Dang map. It's the dam road. I need to go into satellite view. See, it's probably just some. Wow, it's just some dirt road on the map. Yeah, it's just a dirt road that runs to the woods. That's all the dam road is. So yeah, looks like it's just a dirt road. So that works out well for me because I can go in and use these jointed rail. And looking at it, I can probably match it up. Looks more along the line to think like, no. Kind of look more like that. So that was a bit wider, so we'll go get a wide one. Yeah, never mind. Narrow worked well because it didn't take up that much space. So we'll use the narrow dirt road. Oh, actually I wanted to go back. Go back to YouTube. So that's the dam road, comes across. Probably won't even have any traffic up here, so I could actually not even put the Atlas crossings, which if y'all need to, I'm assuming y'all know, but if you do not know how to set up an Atlas crossing, if you go back a couple of streams of mine, I think it was stream number 9. I think it was stream number 9 or so. You can watch and see how to set up some Atlas crossings and whatnot. Or if you want a very kind of a more explanative tutorial, because it wasn't a tutorial, it was just basically me placing down atlas crossings, and if you wanted to just kind of follow along, see what you need to do, you can do that. Or you can go to Approach Medium's channel. He did just recently a tutorial on the atlas crossings. You can watch his video and like his video and love his video and share his video and do whatever you need to do to his video. But he has a very more informative video on how to set up the atlas grade crossings. But on the side note, you don't, in a crossing like this, these joined railroads don't funnel any traffic down them unless you connect it to a road that has traffic. These are trafficless roads, so I'm not going to bother hooking it up to the atlas. I'm going to save the use of the atlas crossings. Just go ahead and put some crossbucks here, if I can find them. Crossbucks, 2-track. Now, I noticed that little sign under it. I wonder what it says. Never actually looked at it. Case of emergency, call 1-800-PVR rail. Report crossing number and location. Crossing location milepost 22.6 Pioneer Valley. Be nice if it said CBVR. Wish I knew how to go in and change this. I'm going to try and see if I can't change that. Although, wait, that'd be editing a jointed rail asset. I don't think I can do that without their permission. Have to double check. So I'm just using it for personal use. It's fine, but at some point I'm going to upload this crossing and yeah, no, I know the Pan American has them all of the crossings, but I've never actually read what it says on these crossbucks. I've always known it's there, I just never actually got to read it, so that's kind of cool, but maybe I'll see if I can't edit it for personal use right now and talk to them over there and see if I can't be like, hey, I slightly edited this to say Carrabassett Valley Railroad. Can I, I don't know. Just thinking, so while we're right here, yeah, no, I think before I put the time into editing it, nah, forget it. I'll just leave it. It's not really a big deal, because like I said, I don't want to have to go through that whole process of being like, hey, can I edit the tiny little sign that no one's really ever going to read on the bottom of this crossbuck to say CBVR? I know it would add to the detail and the immersion of the railroad, but I think it would chew up more time than I'm willing to put in. I would hope so, just because it's, scenery assets, but I don't know. If I do decide to do it, I'll give him a holler first. I said shower. I'll give him a shower first. Now, thing is, do I want to put this in? Nope, what'd I do? Actually, I did want the rails. So it needs to be able to fit about 7 or so cars. Let's see, so mill. Alright, see you in New York Central. Have a good night, man. Yeah, I mean, you're doing a whole lot, man, and I don't want to ask a whole bunch out of you. I mean, like I said, I know you're willing to tackle the whole CBR fleet and whatnot, but I don't want to, I want to try and give my hand at it and see what I can't do myself, because You're already doing a ton. And if there's one thing I've learned from my job, you don't work some, people that work well for you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for good measure. If you got a good worker or someone that's willing to do a lot for you, don't abuse them. Definitely comes around and bites you in the butt. But if I do decide that I'm not incredibly great at it, I will let you know. Okay, well, I already know it's at the right length, so I can delete those. Why do I keep doing that? Alright, wing it back in. I mean, it strictly has to be from this direction. I don't know what the difference is between there and here, but alright. No, I appreciate it. Like I said, I'll let you know, but definitely don't want to keep expecting you to do everything, so... Alright, so this will be the entrance to the scrap facility. What its name is, I don't know, and how big it's going to be and what it's going to look like, I couldn't tell you. But this is going to be a larger... this is going to be a larger scrap facility, I know that. A lot of the scrap's going to get taken up into Canada to a steel plant. So it's pretty much riding... It's pretty much riding the Carrabassett Valley's length, plus some. Very funny. It's also kind of funny how this railroad kind of jogs left, straight, left, straight, left, straight, left, straight. Kind of weird. But yeah, it's riding the railroad plus, let me see, 1, 2, about an extra 3 miles. So, I mean, it's riding. Oh, no worries. Long as you don't have to watch. Like I said, you don't have to watch. That's the beauty of this world, is you don't have to watch. If you want to just have it in the background while you're doing something, you can most certainly do that. And I can't say two things about it. So, but like I said, this is going to be a larger scrap facility. Runs pretty much the whole length of the route, all the way up into Canada. So. Retail lumber shed. Now, I'll have to come back to that and figure it out, because I'm going to try and see, try and get some different assets. I'm going to take some more time to plan that out and just kind of, not necessarily copy what everyone else has done, but just try to get a better understanding for what people have done with theirs, so... Uh-oh, I don't like that. It's kind of getting jumpy. And my ruler markings are gone. This is the Jim Pond Brook Bridge. Alright. You're not doing the Green Bay and Western. What's up? Alright, so the Jim Pond Brook. It's a windy little thing. Dang. King and Bartlett Road's just dirt. Same with Scott Road. At least from the air it looks dirt. No, that's pavement. Looks like it's pavement. Yeah, King and Bartlett's pavement. King, except the one... I couldn't tell you what that is. Looks like dirt. But regardless, yeah, King and Bartlett's a dirt road. Funny. So yeah, we're going through across some dirt roads. So where the train comes across right here, it's a very windy section. I'm just looking at the map real quick. So very windy section of this unnamed brook, or I'm sorry, the Jim Pond Brook. So I'm going to go ahead and just set the track height real quick, just so I can burrow under it. So right about here, and I can't see the comments, guys, so apologize if you're trying to say something to me. So it's about, at most, it's about about 50 feet in width. At its largest section, which just right after where the train crosses, it's about 150 feet in width. So I need to do a 50-foot wide section. About yay big for the Jim Pond Brook. Okay, yeah, it's a little deep. Say it's about that deep. And we'll go a little deeper just so I can get the bridge over. Maybe about 2 tiles wide, just because that's about what I can get. So it looks like it kind of comes up this way. Hitting all the wrong buttons. There we go. I wonder I wasn't getting much progress. I'm like, what is going on here? Hitting all the wrong buttons. So it kind of comes along like this. Then it kind of goes over here. Looks like we're going to have to cross back over it twice. And it's really kind of marshy through here. So in total, we're probably going to have about a 250-foot span of bridge, just to kind of make it good. I mean, or make it well, or whatever you want to say. You just come back and make sure you guys are not saying anything that I need to be looking at. So let's see, about a 250-foot span bridge. See you approach. Well, it's not a bad idea. Fictional railroads are always fun, except if you decide to go ahead and do what I'm doing and making a somewhat realistic portion as well. So what this little river area does, it kind of swings back up like this, or a little bit further down this way. It kind of swings back, and then kind of goes like this, then continues down the Jim Pond Brook. So yeah, we're going to need roughly a 250-foot section of span to go across this little brook, just to make it. So need to see what I got in terms of train trussels. That would have worked nicely. Plate girder, bendy. I really don't want that. Plate girder. What are you? I mean, I guess that could work, but that doesn't really fit the area. The Denver and Rio Grande, the DGR, or the DRG, the DERG. Yeah, this might work for a different area, but I really just don't think this particular bridge is going to work up here. So, we'll say no to that. Overgrown track bed, no. Old stone, no. "24-story trestle 1. What if I have that? Nope. There's a truss, but that doesn't work. I like that, but the tracks just kill me. Severn Tunnel? Yeah, I was going to use that for a while, but the entrance was just too fancy. Angle plate. Yeah, I was going to use that, but that's more of a road crossing, and I don't really think fits the area. Yeah, that's one thing I will not put up with in the chat, is if I ever saw a swastika fly up. I don't have time for that kind of stuff on my channel, so if one of y'all is looking for an easy way to get kicked out, I would say that's probably the quickest. That's a nice old bridge. Probably wouldn't hold a modern GP40, but oh god, what are you? I'll be damned. I think it actually might kind of fit the area, but I just really don't think wood is. I think they probably would have replaced this some time ago. That's just kind of my thinking. Yeah, I think they would have just replaced this a long time ago. I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong. Just gonna place it right here and just see how it looks. Escabana and Lake Superior? I don't think so. Never heard of that. Never seen it either, so I don't think there is. I don't know about this bridge. I like it because it just kind of looks rural and old and just like no one ever thought about it. But like I said, the fact that I'm going to have, you know, GP40s or MLWs. Yeah. Well, I think we'll use it just because you don't really see a whole lot else unless I can find something else to use. Yeah, I like that, but I feel like I use this way too often. And then over here we'll have to look at the my only big concern is that this portion of track's just going to be sitting in the water. And wood has a tendency to rot, so I think we'll probably go ahead and use the, what are you? Not working for me. That's what you're doing? Nope. I think we'll just use you for the sake of time and simplicity. Yeah, I gotta head to the download station at some point and just looking through these, but I think this sort of fits the bill. There we go. And doot to doot. Well, it's not a bad looking trestle, but yeah, I'm definitely going to go around and look a little bit later, get a better understanding, and maybe get some better trussels, but because yeah, that looks a little weird. Looks a little weird. Oh, excuse me. That's the Jim Creek, the Jim Pond Brook trestle thus far. And we'll probably change it up again, but for now, we'll say it's alright. Alrighty, Chris, thanks for popping in, man, and I will catch you next time. Probably next week when I go streaming. And then we have one crossing here. It's going to be a dirt road again, so the airport road's dirt as well, so hold on one sec, come in. Okay, I'm almost done. If you want to wait. But I think that should probably conclude it for today. I do got to get some other stuff done, but so if y'all got a good idea for the name of this branch, like I said, it leads into Eustis on the other side of the North Dead River Branch. Let's see. Yeah, it leads into the North Dead River Branch, or North Branch Dead River Reservoir. So, if you have a good idea for the name of this branch, let me know, guys. But like I said, that's it for today. Big thanks to Sean again for the Carrabassett engines, and do expect more by next stream. We should have our Phase 1 units out. Hopefully most of the Carrabassett fleet. But anyways, guys, start the process out. If you like what you saw, please give it a like or dislike, depending on how you viewed it. And I should catch you guys next week, so thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.